you can invest that premium, monthly premium, that budget better elsewhere. Like Rav said, income protection is an incredible policy.
Yeah.
If you're a single person, if you're self-employed, I don't know why people don't have it in those situations.
Hi guys, welcome back. Again, we're still in sort of the mini sort of protection series. We've spoke to you a little bit about life and critical illness. Today we are talking about income protection. Again, like all of these protections, it's pretty much, it does what it says on the tin. It's a protection that protects your income. Ducky, do you want to sort of give a brief overview of what income protection is?
Brief overview. Yeah, essentially it pays out a monthly payout, a monthly amount in the event of you becoming unable to work.
I love your short and sweet answers, mate.
You asked for brief.
Straight to the point. Darren, why is income protection important, and sort of when would you sort of have that conversation with the customers to sort of when it would be good to take it?
Yeah, so again, it sort of ties in with age, occupation. There's loads of several different factors of what determines your premium on the monthly, on the monthly basis in terms of income protection. But like Ducky said, it's there to protect your income. So your mortgage is paid monthly.
Yeah.
Therefore, you'd probably want to protect that in a way that you'd want to protect the income if you were off sick or if you're off work for a period that's longer than what your work would pay out in terms of sick pay. And then you start going to statutory, which as we know in this country is peanuts.
Yeah.
It's not going to cover your mortgage bills or other utility bills or any other bills.
Yeah.
So you'd want to make sure that a portion of your income is basically covering all of that. And that's you'd have that discussion pretty much when you're having a protection review. It's quite high on the priority actually, if you think about it. But yeah.
Yeah, I think you said the word that I was looking for there was sick pay. Sort of, it always ties into your sick pay. I find it quite amazing that when we speak to clients, they don't know how long their employer's going to pay their sick pay, and then they think they're going to be able to pay their bills if they lose their job. So so Rav, how does it tie in with sick pay?
So often sick, you'll put a deferred period when you take an income protection plan.
Yeah.
So let's assume your employer pays you a full salary for next 3 months in an event of sick. So for next 3 months, you'll get some sort of income or the sick pay income from your employer. After that, your employer is not likely to pay because that's what their policy is. Some employers may continue to pay, but as per their policy, let's say after 3 months that you go on to statutory sick pay, which is very, very low, your income protection effectively kicks in and replaces that loss of income for a period of time that you have insured for.
Cool, perfect. And then the income protection, it never fully covers your income, does it? It normally covers, is it around 60 to
65%.
65%. And I think the reason because that is one, it's tax-free, isn't it?
It is.
And two, you will be getting your statutory as well. So in effect, with statutory and your income protection, it should replace your income fully.
Yeah. It is important to understand that the income protection is a replacement of an income. So if you are in a receipt of any other income, the amount of money that you can get from income protection can also reduce or can be affected. So you could have a sick pay, that's great, for next 3 months. After that, you would assume that your income protection will pay, which it does. However, if you're also getting a benefit income from government for any of the benefits, it will reduce the amount of the claim that you can make.
I think I was quite shocked by income protection when we sort of first got introduced to it many, many years ago now, is that it's quite innocuous stuff that you can claim for, like a bad back. I think the average time someone takes off for a bad back is years, isn't it? It's not months. And then also you've got like mental health stuff like stress. We see it more and more now. People are taking a lot of time off for stress.
I think by far it's the best policy available in the market because unlike other policies where there is some sort of major conditions, like for example, life cover, you have to be dead in order to get that money.
Yeah.
Right. With critical illness, you have to be diagnosed with a particular critical illness to get that money.
Yeah.
And if you don't, then you don't. With income protection, as long as you're not able to work for any of the reasons. Now that could be because of cancer, you were not able to work.
Yeah.
That's great. Or you
it's not great that you've got cancer, but
not great, but like because you have a
You've
cover
got cover,
and you got paid for it, and therefore there's a value to it. But you could be playing football and therefore you ruptured your knee and you couldn't
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
you
6,
couldn't
8
work
weeks off
for
or
like
something.
6
Yeah.
7 months as
Yeah.
a result, right? None of those policies would actually pay out because it's
Yeah.
not covered, but income protection will pay out.
Yeah. And it's quite good that, say you've done that, you had a football injury or a sport injury, you was off for 3 months, you get the payout, and your policy continues, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it
And
doesn't cancel.
depending on how you set it up, when to, etc., etc. But yeah, I think it's really good policy, and I don't think it's appreciated or understood enough in the UK, because essentially if you've got an income of say 65k, without that income you can't do anything. You can't buy your property, you
Exactly.
can't go out every weekend. So why would you not protect that income if your employer doesn't give you sick pay?
Exactly. And more so, if you're self-employed, why do you not have it?
Oh, self-employed, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
again, no protection is mandatory, but
People always talk about savings and stuff, and
Yeah.
that's fine, because you obviously you save for a rainy day and for bills and things like that. But like Rav said, if you've got something that puts you out of work for sort of 7, 8 months,
yeah,
your savings might only cover you for sort of 3, 4, maybe 5 months if you're lucky, but you still can't work. This is when these policies can kick in and just
Yeah.
supplement that income.
I think that's quite important as well, because a lot of people are quite blasé about it. Oh, I've got savings, my family will help me. But when you drill down into it, okay, you've got £2,500 a month expenditure on bills.
Yeah.
How much savings have you got?
Yeah.
Oh, £5,000. Okay, so you can only survive for 2 months. So yeah, I think it's important to sort of, I think again, if you're especially a single person buying on your own, life cover, unless you've got someone that you want to leave the asset to, it's probably shouldn't be higher
Yeah.
on your priority list, where income protection would probably be the
I
first
think
port of call.
Definitely.
It is an underestimated policy because there's pretty much two reasons. There's lack of knowledge, because not many people actually know that you can have that type of cover,
Yeah.
where you can absolutely claim for anything and everything that can impact your ability to work. And secondly is a lack of perspective, because often people would think like, I only need insurance because I need to protect my house or protect my pet or protect my car, right? If you if you look from a different perspective, your income is your actually biggest asset, which will
Yeah.
enable you to have all of the things
Yeah.
that we spoke. So if you think from that perspective, or if people have that perspective, they will appreciate the value of why we need to protect income over
Yeah.
anything else.
Definitely.
And I think one of the benefits of it is that we can tailor it again to sort of, one, fit your budget, and two, just cover exactly what you need. So for example, your mortgage payment is £1,000 a month. You can just
Just cover your mortgage.
cover your mortgage. If you want to look, you then got £250 on your essential bills, Sky bill, because some of these things you can't, if you've got like a phone contract or Sky contract or even a gym and you're in a contract, you can't cancel that. You're still going to have to pay it. So it's always good to just find out what your essential bills are.
Absolutely.
Obviously leave you a bit of money to live on each month as well.
Yeah, don't forget about food bills.
Food bills, yeah, you need to be.
Also, I was going to say, like, pets are everything to them as
Mm.
well, and you're paying monthly for your pet insurance. If you don't have income,
You're not going to be able to pay for your pet insurance.
that's why wouldn't you protect your income? Because
Yeah.
you'd be able to still protect
We'll
your
be able
pet.
to buy all that raw food as well for your pet. It's very important for
There's
for
a
the
knock-on
pets.
impact to it all. Yeah.
And I think, again, the one good thing about that is it's very personal. Like, we tailor it to the client, because in terms of, Rav mentioned the defer periods, there's always a period where you're not going to get paid because you're going to sort of have sick pay or statutory pay. But the longer that you have that deferment period, it does bring the premium down because it's less risk. So it's always good if you've got 3 months sick pay. You might even you don't have to take a 3-month deferment period. You might have a little bit of savings, so you can, if you can stretch it to 6 months, then it can bring it down. Then you've got limited benefit periods. Again, it's just something that we can tailor to you and your budget to
Yeah,
find the
picking
most
up on
suitable protection.
On that tailoring word you said, it's so important because it is such a vast subject. There's only a few different options, obviously, but somebody might think, oh, do you know what? I'm taking a mortgage out. Yeah, give me some life insurance for the mortgage, done and dusted. Like, don't want to talk about it. But you can invest that premium, monthly premium, that budget better elsewhere. Like Rav said, income protection is an incredible policy.
Yeah.
If you're a single person, if you're self-employed, I don't know why people don't have it in those situations, but it's a conversation you need to have with your broker about everything, essentially, your life, your plans, your situation, because income protection might be 100 times better for you than a basic life policy,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
people just seem to not dedicate enough time to it. But it's not, you don't need a huge amount of time, but you just need to have a good conversation with your broker about what can help protect your mortgage, essentially your life, your income.
Yeah, I think the way that I approach it is obviously if you sit down with your client, explain what is life cover, what is critical illness, what is income protection, and then just ask them what their priority is. If you've explained it well enough, dependent on their circumstances, they should always pick the right priority. But then that's where we're there to just advise them and give them their options, and then they can make an informed decision.
Yeah.
Cool. Right. Yeah. That's pretty much that. Again, it's probably not the most engaging subject, but it's just something that we felt was important to discuss. And yeah, thanks, guys.